What's up, everybody? We're gonna play some Rapid. I just got into like a big match with a guy. Sounds like I was gonna say like I got into a fight with him. No, I got into a big match. I'm now 3 games away from 1600, and we're gonna try and narrow that down a bit. Let's play a Caro-Kann. Let me put my computer screen down a little bit, my laptop screen, so I can see. Because sometimes it's nice to see. Can anybody in the chat tell me what movie that's from? I might get banned off YouTube if anybody finds out. No, it's a mainstream movie. What is this? Going down? There it went. Alright. I'm actually not crazy about the angle of my screen right now. What is this? The trade absolutely everything variation? And typically I try and keep this pin as long as I can. See, even now, that means I just wasted a move of his. Bet y'all didn't know I could sing. It is so bright out. Well. Okay, well, we're a minute up. This idea, that idea. Okay. I like to go here. It'll probably force this, and then after that, this and this are hanging. It is essentially a fork. Now, yeah, I believe I should take back with a knight. Yes. Adds more pressure to d4. My eyes are like tripping out for some reason. I feel like I'm having a hard time focusing on the screen. All right. Okay, so if I take b2, he attacks me with a rook, and I can't take the knight, so I'm going to go ahead and take this pawn. Or should I take... no, if I take this, he just comes here, which is fine, but it's kind of underwhelming, so... yeah, I'm going to take with queen. If he like attacks me with his bishop, I would go here probably. This might be a move. Doubtful. So we're pawn up. Okay. Now the question is, how do I not get forked? So I'm thinking queen to b6. And then he could go bishop to f4. And I could just bring my rook. Yeah, that should be fine. Rook to c8 afterwards if he keeps at it. Or maybe even push the pawn, but I don't know if that works. Okay, so he's not even going to let us get that far. I think that was inaccurate of him to do, so now I just kick him out and he doesn't get to do any of that. So I don't have to make any positional concessions. I go here and I'm super solid. Super solid. Not super salad. Not even soup and salad. See? Because, you know, chess.com is doing the grilling stuff. Come on. So if he goes back, is this just a clean fork? Okay. I have half the mind to just ignore that move. Maybe bring a rook to the c file. Although getting ready to castle with bishop to e7 might be best. I'm gonna do that. Because if I take, he gets a bishop here, and that pressures this, and then I can't move my bishop. So I think it was a positionally good decision to do what I did. A little more talkative tonight than I was yesterday. I was kind of tired. I was very tired. All right, we're almost 2 minutes up. Okay. I mean, I think I'm completely fine if you take and I take back. Or even if you push. Speaking of being tired. Okay, okay, so I can take and then he takes here. Interesting. Or I can push. I can push, and whenever he doesn't lose his bishop, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to, I can push the other pawn, and this is not hanging. It's defended twice. Hopefully this is instructive. And hopefully people who are rated like 1,000 and below watch my videos, because it's probably for the best that's the level that watches. Alright, so the question of the hour is, do I go here? I think it looks pretty darn good. I'm going to. We're doing it. I don't want to leave e6 weak. When he backs up, I want to go again. But then this hangs, so that is not... But I don't have to do that right away. I'll move this first. And then we'll be cooking. Soup and salad. Okay. So there's no threats currently. Push and pee, as they say. Maybe I'll never say that again. I'll probably just not ever say that again. Okay. We're just staying solid. Yeah. I'd say I'm like, I'm up a pawn, but I'd say I'm like plus, what is it, move 21? I'm going to say I'm plus 2.5. And I'm not like by any means good at analysis like that, so I am curious. Maybe bring my bishop here, then here. E6, C7. Sorry, D6, C7. All right. I think I might need to do it. Yeah. And then what about this? No, because he could take bishop. Okay, okay, okay. So if he takes right now, I take back. And he takes a take. Okay, we got to get a rook over here. Let's get a rook over here. We got to get a rook over here. I'll tell you all about my New York days sometime. And by my New York days, I mean I've never been to New York. Let's get him in the... No, wait, actually I have, but I never lived in New York. There were never New York days. Is basically what I'm getting at with that. All right, so... I think this is the way to go here. Still up a pawn. Okay, so let's think about that, or this. So I take, he takes, I take, oh no, yeah, so we got to take the queen out right now. Yeah. And then, you know, he's forced to take back. That's how that works. And then we take his bishop. We have two passed pawns in the center, 3 connected pawns. Because I don't think this one would be considered a passed pawn because of this guy. Oh, B2. B2! All right. Yeah, this guy I played a match against, I'll just straight up say he's like exactly 1500, and he just played so solid. Like in games, I would have an advantage, and he would find a way to make a draw, which was extremely annoying. The only reason we kept on doing a match is because, yeah, I actually was thinking about that move. Yeah. That's a move. That is a move. So we're going to have to give up a pawn to get a pawn. Oh, he's tricky. See? Okay. So I can't take back because of back rank. So he's gonna get his pawn back, but I am gonna have a nice pass pawn to push. Whoa, that was a lot of P's. So we're gonna do this. Now we should be all right, I think. Might have to start March My King. I don't like how this is not straightforward. This was supposed to be a lot easier in this. Yeah, pawn to d6 really kind of got me earlier. We're just gonna have to run. Yep, we're gonna have to hoof it. Okay. I like... Oh, he's down to a minute. I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, we're gonna cook him. Yeah. First off, let's just eliminate this guy. Let's trade off this rook. Let's make this simple for me. Yeah. 37 seconds is not gonna cut it, and he doesn't have time to think right now. He just spent 6 seconds. Another 6 seconds. Okay. Let's just check him. Yeah, maybe I'm just not real sharp on my end games today. I mean, I was gonna get... Yeah, I feel like this would have been... Because I am gonna promote that in all likelihood, especially if I let him get all the way down to the bottom of the board so that his king is drawn away. And then I am just promoting this against the rook. Maybe it would have been a draw. Let's look at the game review. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, let's look at move 20 and see if I was plus 2.5. Plus 1.5. Or was it like 22? It wasn't. I was plus 2.5. Oh, that's so awesome. Because once I get all my pawns out. Okay. And my... So that I had to do something about the pin. What was my one good option? No, 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 no. What was my one good option? Takes. Which actually makes a ton of sense. What? And it kind of opens up the bishop more. Yeah, makes a ton of sense. So, All right, now at the end of the game, I was dead lost. Okay, all right. But I won with 2 minutes on the board, or on the clock. So, yeah, keep on getting by the skin of my teeth. Let me see, where's my rating at? So 1582 now. We're probably over 2 games away from being 1600. It's been a 20-minute video. We're gonna call it. I gotta work out and stuff, so. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a dandy old night.